Hey friends, let's make this adorable, whimsical little rustic snowman. I just used Tumbling Tower blocks from Dollar Tree and it turned out so cute, so let's get started. So I have the combined Tumbling Towers blocks of the natural wood and then the brown ones. And so I'm using 5 of the unfinished wood ones that I'm doing together now, and I'm gluing all 5 of those together. And then there will be 7 of the brown ones. So I'm gluing them all together on the wider part of the block. Just making sure they're pushed down together and straight. Then I'll do the same with 5 of these brown ones. And then the last 2 brown ones I will put on, you'll see a little different, and it will be the brim of the hat. So he's going to have a brown hat. I thought about painting these black, but I decided I wanted him more rustic looking, just something different. And I've seen many people do these little tumbling tower snowmen, and I wish I knew who originally came up with it. I would gladly give credit to where credit is due, but I don't know who initially started this. But anyway, I just thought I'd do my take on it. So these unfinished ones I'm painting white. I'm just using acrylic paint, the Hobby Lobby brand, the Crafters White, and I'm giving it 2 coats. So I dry it with my heating tool in between coats, and then I will put one other coat on. And I probably would have been fine with just 1 coat because I'm going to sand it and rough it up anyway, so either way is fine. And if you don't like that sanded, distressed look, then skip that part, but I definitely do. So I'm really sanding it up and making his hat look all rusty and rustique, and distressed and old and weathered. He's been out in the weather quite a long time. Just sanding all the edges and even on the flat surfaces too. Just making it old looking. And I'm just using this little mini sander. I think they're called gator sanders sometimes, and I get this on Amazon. I get my refill little strips of sandpaper there too. Doing the same on the white. He's just going to be out, look like he's been out in the weather for a long time. So I'm just wiping it off. And now I have this new desktop vacuum, and it is so awesome, you guys. It is so amazing. It just cleans up all those sawdust, paint particles, and all that kind of stuff quick and easy and gets it out of my work area. So now I'm going to use my Kiehl's dark sealing wax, and I'm just using a foam dauber. I get the daubers on Amazon as well, and the sealing wax too. Just going it all over the edges and then spreading it, smoothing it out, and spreading it on the flat surfaces as well where his face will be. Just making him look vintage. And I decided to use a little bit of Rub and Buff. This is in a gold leaf color. I just put a little bit on my fingertips and just using an old little paintbrush that I kind of use only for this kind of stuff, and just spreading it on mostly where I kind of sanded the edges. Just kind of giving it a little gold leaf look to it, kind of just another look, another layer, another texture. Just making him look good and rustic. So now I'm gluing the hat on top of his little face. I had a little dab of that Rub and Buff, so I just kind of smoothed it out. Okay, he's looking cute. So I'm just going to put a little strip of red and white ribbon around the top part of his hat above the brim. And I'll glue it and meet up in the back. And I love how he's looking already. He's coming to life. So now I'm going to use my Posca markers. These are actually acrylic paint, but in a marker. And so they're so awesome for little things like this. So I just drew 2 circles for his eyes. And I'm just using kind of a gel pen that I had at my desk for some thin little eyebrows for him. I have these teeny tiny little clothespins I got at the Dollar Tree, so I'm just going to use one and I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to take that wire off, and then I'm going to glue the two parts together, and that's going to be his nose. And I'm just going to paint it in Folk Art acrylic paint in the color Pueblo. And it's teeny tiny, so I tried real hard not to burn my fingers, and I actually did not burn it. So here's that Pueblo paint. I was shaking it out, and some came out on my parchment paper, so it was perfect amount, so that worked out. It's so tiny to paint, but I got it painted. I'm painting both sides and all the edges. So cute. This makes a darling little nose for him. And they have a bigger size I've seen before too. I don't think Dollar Tree carries them, but I think maybe your craft stores like Michael's and Hobby Lobby probably would. So now I had this wreath that I bought at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just kind of cutting off little sprigs, cutting them down to the size that I need. Just putting two on the left side of his hat. Then I have some red berries that I also got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to clip off 3 of those with some wire cutters, and I'll glue those in kind of random spots. Just trying to arrange and decide where to put them. There's really no rhyme or reason, just kind of, I just always feel like an odd number looks better than an even number. And so I always work in, when I'm putting accessories like berries and things on, I always put 3 or 5 generally. And there's my desk vacuum again. I'm using that to clean up my mess. I decided I wanted a couple little dots in his eyes, so I just got a little dab of white paint on my parchment paper. I'm using a stylus that I got at the Dollar Tree to make some dots in his eyes. Trying to decide where I want to put his mouth, or excuse me, his nose, and then I will use my Posca marker again to draw some little dots for his mouth. Try that so they don't get smeared. Isn't he cute? He's almost finished. So now I'm using some twine. I just kind of fold it in half and decide the length I want for his hanger at the top. And I will tie a knot and put it as close to the end as I can. I'll cut off the excess so the knot is right at the end. And then I'll put a dab of glue right in the center of the top of his hat. And I will glue that knot right on there. Just hold it there until the glue sets, and then that is your hanger. I decided to do one little tiny shoestring bow out of that same twine and put it on the pine and the berries on the hat. And that is it for this little project. I hope this inspires you to go make one too. You probably have a lot of the embellishments around your house. Just go get you some some Tumbling Towers blocks from the Dollar Tree. Thanks for watching, and you have a whimsical day.